Alrighty, let's do this thing.
Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles.
Hola, you amazing artist, and welcome to what is my nightmare today. To be honest with you, I wasn't in the mood to do a video today because it's not going to be very motivational. One of the reasons for this is that I've been having some not so great days. I was having a really difficult time today with all the problems that we ran into with the plumbing because the main didn't get fixed today. And then we went to go to the store and nothing. The Jeep's not starting. I just posted a video of us moving in on our adventure channel, and it pretty much shows every single step of every challenge that we've run into. The most recent challenge has honestly been the most draining, creatively draining, everything draining. Get it? Get it? Draining.
Oh, nice pun. Welcome to the dad joke side.
No, not a dad joke.
Oh, yeah, you're in it now.
As you know, the studio is still in hiatus, and some of you guys had mentioned why not having like a small creative space upstairs, and I do accept. I don't want to throw a Band-Aid on it. I want my studio up. Either way, it's been kind of challenging, and honestly, you know, that like not having my studio up and running bothers me, but yeah, I get to like draw and create and work on these videos and do other creative things like music and different things like that. Plumbing sucks. Plumbing is bugs. With everything that we've gone through with the move, you know, the asbestos removal and getting the garage fixed and the electrical and all that stuff, you know, everything was kind of like a race against time. But honestly, none of it, once it got started, was draining. However, the plumbing is something that's been much more challenging. I've had to really take a look at what my approach is when I'm, you know, going through this stuff. Just like anybody else, it's really easy to just kind of go into a downward spiral and then everything falls apart. I do have a few things that I do in situations like these. Some are helpful, some are not. So, I mean, take them all with a grain of salt. One of the things that I will do is I will disconnect. I will completely and utterly disconnect. I will ghost anything online. I will just disconnect from text messages, social media. And that sounds like a bad thing, but sometimes you do need a night where you are just going to binge watch some Netflix or get really engrossed in some creative project or something like that and not deal with anyone else. Because as you're doing these things, even if you're not directly thinking about the situation, you are at least somewhere in your mind, you are figuring things out, at least figuring out how it is that you feel emotionally. The one thing that I will make sure that I don't do is go too far with it, because then it's just easy to just ignore everything that's going on.
Okay, let's make the distinction here between disconnect and isolating. Two very different things.
Oh yeah, very different. Isolation, no bueno. Isolating yourself means that you are separating yourself from everyone and basically becoming a little clustered ball of stay in contact with someone special.
Yeah. I find it very helpful to talk things out with someone I trust, even if that someone is me. Sometimes I just have to hear myself say stuff in order to sort out what I have going on.
Yeah, I hear you talking to yourself all the time.
Yeah. And oftentimes it's you that I talk to.
What? You talk to me? The second thing that I make sure that I focus on is to breathe. Just breathe. Breathe it in.
Lame!
Come on, you know what I mean.
I'm literally breathing all the time.
I know that it's lame because so many people are like, just breathe. But that's, you know, that's not how I mean it.
No, I get it. And it is effective. It's especially, slow breathing is especially effective when you're panic breathing.
Yeah, breathe and relax and gain your footing. Remind yourself of who you are. Stand there and look around and look at everything that is going right, everything that is working out. Try and put your focus on that. Get a hold of your emotions and don't let your emotions get a hold of you. So what do you do since you don't breathe?
I mean, I breathe. I do a lot of staring out windows at trees.
Lame! One of the other things that I do in moments like these is make sure that I'm not playing the blame game, because if I play the blame game, then essentially what I'm doing is justifying feeling horrible the way that I feel by blaming someone else or blaming myself. I think with this recent thing, there was a portion of it where I called myself an idiot. And I had some of my patrons actually call me out on that. You got to be kind to yourself in these moments and not point fingers at other people or point fingers at yourself, because honestly, it's not going to do anything for you. It's just not going to.
In addition to not playing the blame game, as a recovering people pleaser, I have to work through the fear that I'm letting people down. I'm letting other people down, right? So I can deal with the studio not being open. I have other creative outlets that I can go to. I have you, we're working on stuff. But it's the idea that people are waiting on pieces from me.
So that's like pre-blame.
It's like pre-blaming myself for my imminent failure. And letting them down. And don't get me wrong, I'm hugely grateful that there are people waiting on pieces from me. And also those people will very likely understand the delays that we're experiencing. And if they don't, that's also okay.
Yeah.
So that's something. Don't pre-blame yourself by being afraid that you're going to let other people down. That just makes it worse.
Yeah. The other thing that I will do in situations like this is I will allow myself to feel it. Usually after I do like some breathing and calming down, I'll allow myself to feel the emotions, and I'll bring out the sketch pad or the paintbrush or something and just kind of create. Let myself doodle, let myself do something creative while I'm feeling that, because honestly, a lot of times in those moments, that's where a lot of things get figured out.
One of the things I like to remind myself is that I don't have to be upset. And I'm not saying don't feel your feelings. If you are feeling upset, feel your feelings. But sometimes I feel like I'm just reacting to a situation in the way that I think I'm supposed to. Like, you're supposed to be very upset when this happens, so then I'm upset. So it helps me to stop and ask myself, am I really upset, or am I just reacting in the way that I think I'm supposed to be reacting?
Like as if it's a train, like you learned it from your parents to react this way when this goes this way.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of times it's as simple as like, oh, I don't have to be upset right now.
Yeah. I don't have to, I get to choose. Yeah. I get to decide. Obviously, you want to throw a pattern interrupt in there. Hola, you amazing artist.
It's Rafi and Clee.
We can't wait until we do some really fun stuff. Yeah!
They're gonna put us on their channel, I bet you.
It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna take over their channel.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna do. We're
They
gonna
have no
take over.
idea.
Yeah. And that, my friends, is a pattern interrupt.
A very adorable, fluffy pattern interrupt.
Maybe you're just slouched down on the couch. That's when you want to throw a pattern interrupt in. That's when you want to do that thing that you typically wouldn't do when you're feeling that way. The same goes for self-care, like, taking a shower. Sometimes that's the thing that gets put off because, you're not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I don't even want to take a shower.
This is fine.
Oh, God. The other thing that I do, and this one, I could take some time to get to this point, but it is to be able to look at the future and understand, you know what, everything's going to work out. I've run into roadblocks in the past. I've run into situations where I didn't feel great about it. I ran into moments where I was feeling a creative block. I ran into all kinds of things. And understand that, I'm still here and I'm still going. It's going to work out one way or the other, and you're still going to be standing and you're still going to get through it. And that's something that will help me get through those moments where I feel like this is it. This is my life from now on.
So in a stressful situation, I tend to compare stuff against extremes, if you will. So whether it's just a stressful, difficult day or a really big challenge or things just aren't going right, in my mind, I'm like, you only get so many days. So whatever the day has in store for you, it's like, just take on the day for the experience of it, right?
Yeah, because you're here. You're experiencing it.
And as long as you have a day, you have an opportunity to affect what happens in that day.
Yeah, because it could, you may not have a day.
Compared against losing it all,
yeah,
I'm willing to take on just about anything.
Indeed.
Have a day.
Have a day. I feel like a lot of the videos that I've been doing lately have a lot to do with stuff just not going right, but honestly, that's where we are right now. God, I'm so dramatic in this video.
We love you for it.
No. We're in this duality of being in this beautiful new place and experiencing some amazing new stuff and really excited about the direction that our lives are heading, but then feeling almost like an anchor or a weight with other things that are pulling on us. So that's pretty much where we are. So we're riding the roller coaster of the moment. But in all honesty, it's always a roller coaster. So, it is what it is, and you just make the best of it, keep smiling, keep moving forward, and knowing, hey, you know what? This is going to be fine, and I've got this.
Just really revel in all of it.
All of that sewage. All of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, revel. And yeah, that's all I have right now, because honestly, I'm still like in the midst of figuring out the plumbing and figuring out there's a lot of balls in the air that are being juggled right now, and it's trying to figure everything out. Just got to get going on something and emotions in check. You know what I'm saying?
Balls.
Balls.
But onward.
Onward, but yeah, most definitely balls. I'm in that place where I'm trying to figure things out, but not get stagnant in just figuring things out, but actually taking action on the things that I want to happen.
I would sum up by saying that if a tree can't get to the root of the problem, it can at least find some relief.
Oh my God, that doesn't make any sense.
It can at least leave worry aside for a while.
Oh God. This video might actually not make it online because, I'm not really sure that I'm saying anything in this that is helpful. But if I do post it, hopefully you guys found something helpful in this. I'm curious to know what you guys do whenever, stuff happens. Go ahead and leave that in the comment section below. I'm about to end this video. Would you like to say goodbye to all our awesome peeps out there?
I love you all. Have a good day, have a bad day, have a challenging day. Whatever it is, have a day.
And good day.
And good day.
And thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. I totally adore you. And if you like this and you want to watch more like this, just click right over here to subscribe. And that's it. I will talk to you later. Adios.